So one of the greatest things about writing software is that software can do anything. And one of the worst things about writing software is that software can do anything. And product owners and engineers especially, and designers all alike, like to think about what if, and they like to think about what can go wrong in the system and what could the users do. And this often leads to really, really complicated applications that are designed to handle every possible what if under the sun. And so what I've started doing is when I'm talking to my product owners or I'm talking to developers and they ask me what if, I like to turn the question into how will or how would. So instead of, for example, talking about what if the users create a duplicate record in the database or a duplicate user in the database, I ask how would the user create a duplicate record in the database? And if we have a way in the system to actually create a duplicate, then we can have a discussion about whether or not we want to prevent that at the point of creation, or if we do want to manage it later, or if we want to, re-engineer the system to prevent that condition from existing. Similarly, we sometimes run into these fantastic situations where the what ifs outstrip reality. What if somebody hit a 5-run home run? For you who don't really follow baseball, the 5-run home run is impossible. You can only ever score a maximum of 4 runs on a given home run. But I know some engineers who would say, well, my system takes an integer in that field, so someone could hit 99 runs in a single home run. And again, I ask how would one do that? And then we try to design the system around it. And what this ultimately leads to are much simpler to develop and simpler to use technology systems. I think that what if driven systems tend to have a lot of complexity. They tend to have a lot of options. And they tend to have very cluttered user interfaces. And certainly the style right now in most design language is simplicity. Simple applications are more fun to use, are usually better at solving business problems. And so when faced with a long list of what ifs, I like to think about how would and keep the focus on the users. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any thoughts on this, feel free to comment below, or you can find me on Twitter at Kevin_M_Hickey or on my blog at kevinmhickey.com.